boys' adventure.
That's right. So
Yeah, we've got a premiere this morning.
let's see. I wonder if we're live. Are we live yet? We might be, or we may not be. That's a mystery. I think we're live. I got a notification here saying that I'm live, but it doesn't say. It still says
we'll begin in 0, 0.
Yeah, we're not live yet here on my end, but some of my viewers says we're live, and I believe you more than myself. Yay! Okay, we're definitely live now. Welcome to Tokyo. Welcome to the TE Bridge, as this place is called, because this is the spot where I shot my first video ever on this channel. And welcome to this handsome young man,
Hello.
Daniel, who will be joining me today on today's walk.
Thank you for having me today. I'm
Thank
excited.
you. It's good to have you here. So today's walk will be a continuation of yesterday's walk, which is the Chuo line Megawalk from Tokyo to Takao. So yesterday I walked from Tokyo Station to Shinjuku, and today we will continue to whoever knows. Maybe Nakano, maybe Koenji, maybe Asagaya, or maybe it will be heavy rain that will just stop everything for us. At least I have an umbrella, but I'm gonna be so rude to ask Daniel, because that was the deal. You joined to be umbrella
boy.
Yes.
I'm happy
umbrella
to
carrier.
participate with that role.
Yeah. And today we are using the DJI mics, which Daniel kindly lent me. I'm wearing one as well, of course. So it's gonna be interesting to see what you think about the sound quality of today's walk. I'm not sure, do these pick up the ambient sounds as well?
Yes.
Okay, because that's always my concern. Like, I don't want the sound to only be our voices. I think
that is
the
true.
ambient sound is an important part of the walk as well, or of the
I'm
experience.
sure chat will tell us
Yeah. Oh no.
if they prefer the ambient.
Yeah. It's counted. No, okay, it's going up. Okay. And someone asked me to pass the Odakyu department store today, because that's actually about to be torn down. So maybe...
What is being torn down?
It's going to be torn down, yeah. I think they had their last day of opening just like, quite recently. Should we take this secret little path through the station? I don't know if you know this place. Let's hope that signal holds up in here. Let's hope. Our bitrate is dropping dramatically.
Always the problem with coming into the station. Oh yes, I've been here in Mosaic Street. It's really cool how it goes outside, and there's some
nice
food
little
carts
shortcut.
outside.
So how have you been? It's been like 4 months since we last met.
Yeah.
At least. Yeah. But you've been here. You've been in Japan all the time.
Nearly one
I
year
always
now.
keep thinking that you're about to leave now.
Maybe November-ish.
Okay.
November-ish. It's still subject to our IVF.
Oh, I see.
things.
I see. But like, if you leave, is that gonna be like permanently?
It would just be me.
Okay.
So going back to Papua New Guinea, because I've sort of
because
been.
you need to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless I can find a good job here in Japan, I will need to return. But
I see.
I haven't booked any flights yet, and I'm kind of procrastinating as much as I can.
I hope that you will be able to stay here, for sure.
Yeah, need to.
Oh, feels like the rain is picking up a little bit. Let's see. Mosaic Street is closing early next year, says one of my viewers as well. So
really?
I guess, so this is the Odakyu, right?
Okay.
So I guess this might be the
pretty
building.
old.
It is quite old, yeah. And I
But
think
imagine-
this whole reconstruction project is not gonna be finished until 2030.
Oh my gosh.
So Shinjuku is gonna be a big construction zone for quite some time now.
But you can imagine when this Odaki building was first built, it would have been pretty shiny and modern.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, it's a pretty hefty structure and pretty impressive, especially like by the standards, I don't know, 50 years ago or whenever this might have been completed. So, yeah. But you've been streaming and you've been doing fun stuff on your channel for the last couple of months, I've seen. You've been traveling around Japan a little bit.
I have been, yes. We traveled down to Kyushu for about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And we've sort of started a Journey Across Kyushu series of edited videos.
Oh, nice.
And also we did a couple of live streams down in Makurazaki, Beppu, Aoshima, Fukuoka, and Tsushima.
You went to Tsushima as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Nice. I need to check those videos. Yeah, I think we need to unfold the umbrella because it is quite rainy. What a service. And thank you, Cody, for the super chats. Thank you.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Arigatou gozaimasu. Yeah, so you are like, you're really pushing your YouTubing.
Trying to grow.
How's it going?
We've had a couple of pretty good successful videos actually. We did a really successful live stream at Tokyo Ultra.
Which was the music festival.
Yeah, the music festival.
Oh, okay.
And it went crazy. We had over 2,242 people in chat.
Wow.
So it's nearly at 70k views for that live stream.
That's very good for a live stream. Impressive.
So yeah, I was just so amazed that our signal hung out for and survived for 5 hours. Rakuten all the way. Rakuten. Rakuten Daisuke.
They're just the best for streaming. I can't, and I'm not being paid by them.
I'm not getting paid by them either.
I just think I've tried every carrier, and for streaming, nothing beats Rakuten. But how does it work? Like, if you're streaming from a music festival, I would imagine you would get all sort of copyright
we did get
issues.
a bunch of copyright, but I think we get AdSense up until the time that YouTube flagged it all.
Okay.
But something I found that was actually quite useful about the copyright was that it was basically an itemized playlist. So I was able to create like a chapter time, like chapters for all of the individual songs and the artist that was performing it.
I see.
So that sort of helped
that's
the video get more views as
Yeah,
people are
yeah.
searching for different artists or just want to replay it for a particular song, etc. So yeah, that was pretty fun.
Yeah.
And then I think we had one other edited video that did pretty well, which was we went to Neko Inn.
Yes, I saw that. I didn't watch the video yet, but I saw the thumbnail. Shall we walk through Omoji Yokocho? Let's do that. I haven't been there for so long. Yeah, Neko Inn, the cat ryokan.
Yes, owned by some pretty big YouTubers.
Okay.
Owned by Charmeleon.
Right.
How does it feel coming back to see all of the beautiful autumn leaves now?
Well, these autumn leaves are beautiful, but they're not real, unfortunately.
They're kind of fake.
And I think rest of Tokyo doesn't really have much autumn leaves yet.
But they have autumn-themed beers in the combini now.
Yeah. Maybe we can grab one of those later in this stream. No, but it feels good to be back here. It does. Tokyo is such a fun place, and
So many
being away for a long
alleys.
time made me realize how much I enjoy being here. Looks like we have some water on the lens. Some noodles for breakfast.
It's kind of just a little bit too low.
A little bit too what?
Too low to have the umbrella.
Yeah, it is.
Sorry. Amoide Yokocho.
Shall we try to dash over before it turns red here? Let's do that. Daniel's running. Daniel's running.
Well,
The fastest Kiwi in Tokyo.
fastest.
Hayaku, 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 hayaku. Yay! Okay, we made it without getting overrun. So maybe this way. Such an awesome live stream to pop along to. Thank you. Thank you, Coyote. Yeah, let's see how this will unfold. I really don't enjoy streaming during rain, but we'll see. It helps a lot to have someone else carry the umbrella.
Definitely. That's normally why I don't really like streaming in the rain myself either, because it's like trying to juggle so many things, umbrella, gimbal.
Yeah.
Like it makes it really hard to try and get some photos as well.
Yeah, I don't even bother. Like yesterday I took lots of photos with a
Ricoh
still camera,
GH3,
the Ricoh GR3. But that camera is not water sealed, so I don't even bother unpacking it today.
Okay. Is it supposed to be a typhoon that's coming through today?
I'm not sure, but the weather's gonna be like this for the rest of the week. There was some typhoon not too far from the mainland recently, but I'm not sure if this weather is just regular crap weather or if it's typhoon related crap weather. I don't know. Have you walked around here much? Are you familiar with these areas?
Not really following the Chuo line. I sort of did about half of the Yamanote loop line on one particular stream a few months ago. But no, I don't. It doesn't seem too familiar.
I kind of like the less crowded parts of Shinjuku. I enjoy those areas very much, and that's kind of where we will be heading now. Shinjuku. So yeah, here's a map. We can do a little.
Shinjuku Station.
Yeah. So we will head up towards Okabo at first. So here's the Chuo line train tracks, right? And Okabo Station. And then we will turn, the train tracks turn to the west, and we will pass Higashi Nakano and then Nakano Station.
Okay.
And realistically, I don't know how much further we will get than that. If we will actually manage to get to like Koenji and Asagaya as well. We'll see. If it rains too much, then maybe we can just hang around in Nakano Broadway for a while. And there's a lot of cool stores and things there.
Nakano Broadway is a very nice area as well.
And it's very nostalgic because that's where I used to live, 3 minutes away from Nakano Broadway. Before I moved to our current place with my wife, I was living in a share house in Nakano with a bunch of really interesting people.
So was that back in your early Japan modeling career?
No. This was up until, I think we moved into our current place like 4 years ago.
4 years, okay.
Yeah, so up until then. My early Japan modeling days, that's 10 plus years ago, so. And sorry everyone, it's a little bit to follow the chat and have a guest at the same time. I realized it's difficult to read everything that you're saying. But once we sit down and once we take a coffee break or something, then we will be a bit more focused on what you guys are writing. So if you have any specific questions, maybe you can save them until then.
I can follow chat on mine as well.
You have the iPhone 14 Pro Max.
From Hong Kong.
From Hong Kong,
well.
yeah. But you bought it like through some friend you have there, you said, right? Or no?
I just bought it from the Apple website.
Okay.
And then had it delivered to a friend's office. And then I just had DHL come and pick it up.
I see.
Yeah.
Because there is a shop in Akihabara that sells Hong Kong iPhones,
really?
and they have them in stock as well. But they're like about
Jacked up prices. I
yeah,
would
they're
imagine.
about 100,000 more than the Japanese version.
Yeah.
So I would have it would be like
That's quite a
300,000 yen for the Pro Max with 512 gigs of storage, which is the one I want.
Yeah. Okay.
So rainy, gloomy day in Tokyo. I hope this mic receiver is somewhat weather sealed.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Okay. Good. So those of you who are regular viewers, what do you think about the sound today? Is it good, or is it less immersive than usual? Yesterday we talked a lot about that, and people said that they really liked the immersive sound from the built-in mics, and some people even say that they don't mind the wind noise. They think it's kind of adding to the vibe. I'm not so fond of wind noise myself, though, so
yeah.
ideally I
yeah.
want to have that in my videos.
Sometimes I get a bit frustrated if I'm watching another person's stream and then it's just like,
Yeah,
like especially if I'm listening through headphones or
yeah.
something like that.
Yeah. Sound is great. Sounds good. Good sound. Sound is good. No difference really.
Okay. Excellent.
Well, so far no one's complaining, so I guess it's a good thing. If it works, then I'll just buy a pair of these myself as well. The umbrella sound is immersive. Oh really? Can you hear the rain hitting the umbrella?
Well, the rain is just
It's
that
not really-
annoying
yeah.
drizzle rain that's not enough to really give the ambience.
To get the nice sound, right? Yeah.
Like the nice pitter-patter.
This place looks tempting. And this building looks cool too. What is this European style? Nothing. Okay. Wait, let me look on this side. That works better. I'm complaining I can't hear pew pew sound. I see. Well, there's no pew pew sound going on here. This crossing here is silent. So yeah. Umbrella ASMR, indeed. And we just passed 200 viewers, great. Thanks everyone for tuning in today. Rain, indeed, back in the clay. It is a rainy day today, so I don't think I would have streamed if I were alone today.
Yeah, well, it definitely is nice to have company, but also in live streaming, I find chat is generally pretty good company as well.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
I've there's seriously been cases when I felt a bit lonely and I want to hang out with my viewers. I go for a stream.
Exactly.
And it's so easy because then it's completely on my terms, like setting up something with a friend and the logistics of figuring out where to meet and whatnot. You know, Tokyo's a big place
like
and
you
people
start streaming and
Yeah.
then boom, you've
Yeah.
got a couple.
I mean, for example, if I were to go to your place, it's like over an hour away from where I live, since we live in completely opposite sides of town. So, you know, that's not always feasible. So it is nice. It is nice. But it's also, I mean, it's something else to have real company, of course.
Yeah, so I guess that's sort of probably why Rambalak has started like trying to do a lot more collaborations recently, right?
Because it's lonely?
Well, because he's just walking and
Yeah.
filming
Yeah.
edited content
Yeah.
all the time, right?
Yeah.
So
Let's
there's
head down
no
this
chat,
street.
there's no interaction or anything with anybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
And that's the thing, like when I started live streaming too, I mean, before that, I also did like silent 4K videos. And those are actually much more popular in terms of getting large number of views. But after getting used to streaming, it's just so much more fun to to do live streams. So Daniel lives in northern Tokyo. No, he lives in eastern Tokyo,
Eastern
close to
Tokyo.
the Chiba border.
Yep. Borderline Chiba.
Yeah.
But
Tell Daniel it's snowing in the South Island today, even
It
though it's
is.
October.
I did actually see some photos from some of my friends back in
Wow.
New Zealand. They were like, "Oh my gosh, it's snowing here in Christchurch."
Wow.
And my mum has been in New Zealand in Christchurch for about the last 10 days, and she said it was freezing.
Oh,
so
really?
she hates cold weather.
Ah.
That's probably why they've spent so many years living in Papua New Guinea.
Yeah.
So,
Let's see. Yeah, Sweden is getting pretty chill as well. Like, it was super nice in the summer, and we had like really, really hot days, which were borderline unbearable by Swedish standards. This building is cool, by the way.
it is cool. I didn't know this place was here. I thought we'd walked all the way to Yokohama Chinatown.
Yeah, kind of looks like it. But yeah, now it's like full-blown autumn, and people are wearing coats, and it's like...
Oh, Shisha Tokyo.
Oh, there's a lot of shisha.
Shisha places.
Yeah, quite
Yeah.
popular.
We actually caught up with Japan Explorer about a week ago.
Oh yeah, you did?
So yeah, we actually got to meet him, and he released a video of us and Emi-chan,
Ah, okay.
and
okay.
we went to Akabane
Okay.
and sort of walked around a little bit, and then we went to a shisha cafe.
I see.
So yeah, he was not what I expected him to be like,
Okay.
but he's a really, really nice guy.
Huh.
Genuinely a really, really switched on YouTuber, working the algorithm.
Yeah.
His titles are
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. I see. Well, I'm a bit annoyed because his channel name is so similar to mine, and people always confuse
Yes,
us.
I
and
did see that in your chat
Yeah.
like 2 days ago. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, Japan Explorer. Like, no, this is
Yeah.
Tokyo Explorer.
Wow, it's really grey and gloomy today. Eh?
It is.
This weather makes such a big difference. Yesterday was like, yeah, it was a really nice
Beautiful
walk,
blue sky
yeah.
yesterday.
And on a day like this, I don't know, Tokyo is not really very beautiful when the weather is like this, if you ask me.
Just like different shades, 50 shades of grey.
Yeah, exactly.
So did it feel a bit weird having to come back to Tokyo and revert to mask life again?
It did, yeah, it did. But now I'm used to it again. I mean, I think it feels, to me, it feels more weird to go back to Sweden and not wear a mask. That makes me feel like, it's kind of like going out of the house without wearing any pants. That kind of feeling
Yeah.
for like a month. Coming back to Japan is like, yeah, a few days, it's a little bit annoying, but then I quickly get used to it. It's fine. But I also noticed that far less people here are wearing it now compared to when I left.
Yes.
These days I see, like back then I would say like 98% wore masks. Now it's maybe 90. See a lot of people without masks. And I mean, when you're outdoors, like can keep distance to people, it makes no sense.
Well,
to
we
wear
are
the
now
masks.
6 days away from the borders opening.
Yeah,
Whew.
yeah, that's.
Whew.
I'm looking forward to it.
All of our secret places that we can go to, mass market tourism places that we can go to that have been kind of ours to enjoy and
Yeah.
fully appreciate without having to
Yeah.
battle through crowds of people is
Yeah, it's been nice, but in the same way, I think that's also a very selfish attitude, because who are we to, claim those places as our own? But yeah, I mean, as someone who works a lot with tourists, I'm really excited I already start a notice an uptick in bookings and
Bookings
requests
for
for
tours?
Yeah,
Or
photo
shoot?
sessions and tours, both. And I haven't even started linking to that here on my YouTube channel
Ah,
yet. So, let's see. So we're now at Okabo Station, by the way.
Okabo.
Maybe we should take notice of that.
Ah, yes, Okabo.
But we will continue walking up here. So for those of you who just joined, I saw that someone was asking like what's today's walk. So we are walking the Chuo line. I'm doing a Chuo line series, Tokyo Station to Takao. This is the second episode. Yesterday I walked from Tokyo Station to Shinjuku. Today we continue from Shinjuku along the train tracks. And yeah, we just passed Okabo Station, and next stop is Higashi Nakano.
Nakano.
Higashi Nakano. How do you feel about like going back? What like are people wearing masks in Papua New Guinea?
Yes and no. Like, you have to wear masks to go into, say, the supermarket, and you have to like sanitize your hands with
Yeah.
the auto dispenser and like a temperature thing.
Yeah.
But generally out in public, people are not wearing masks.
Yeah.
And then Papua New Guinea has a very bad buai problem. So like
Bad what?
buai,
Blue eye.
boo, B-U-A-I. Buai is like betel nut. It's like a nut that they chew, and it turns their teeth really red.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah,
they just like chew it with a bit of mustard and some lime powder, and then it gives them like a buzz, and then they just like chew it and then just spit it out everywhere. So as you're like walking around, you'll see all these red stains everywhere that look like blood.
That sounds kind of gross, to be honest.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
And especially in COVID times.
Exactly, especially in COVID.
I see. Yeah, in Sweden it's like there's no COVID. No one's wearing masks. There's no temperature checks anywhere. There's some hand sanitizer every here and there, but yeah, that's about it. But it's really like the pandemic is over, even though it isn't. But that's the kind of feeling you have when you're there, and then when you come back here, you very much feel that it's far from over.
Far from it, but definitely. So do you think that all the tourists will see a spike, or do you think that it will be kind of temperature based, or
I don't know.
like all the Japanese news is just reporting so much about the borders are opening, they've got a countdown,
Yeah.
and then
I don't know. I think that's a kind of rude and offensive attitude to kind of blame it on foreigners. That
Yeah,
it's like
'cause
tourists'
COVID
fault
has been
because-
here.
Yeah, and
Even
like I
without
mean,
COVID.
this summer Japan was the country in the world with the most number of COVID cases.
Exactly.
Despite the borders being closed. So, you know, if say that the borders would have opened this spring, then that peak that would have been all blamed on tourists and foreigners probably. But yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, it's definitely exciting to have Tokyo feel and Japan feel like it is returning to normal again, like a lot more international artists coming and performing. A lot more outdoor events are taking place instead of being cancelled.
Yeah.
Fireworks festivals.
Yeah,
Tokyo Game Show
yeah,
took place this year.
yeah. No, it's definitely good. Yeah, I think we've learned by now that this pandemic cannot be contained by closing borders or anything like that. So then it's better to just at least keep everything else in society function as good as possible, including the economics.
Exactly.
I mean, I think it made sense in the beginning of the pandemic, the measures here. Like Japan took a really cautious approach, and back then we didn't know so much, and when
like the timelines just weren't really projected.
Yeah, but then once the rest of the world started like opening up and getting out of it, it kind of became more and more frustrating that Japan was so stubborn. And also, this very idea that, Japanese people could travel freely for years anyway, so and the virus, as someone said in the chat, the virus doesn't care which passport you have. I think we turn left here, so now we just walked under the train tracks, right? So we are heading this way towards Higashi Nakano. Who's T walking with? I'm walking with Daniel from Daniel and Yuka channel.
Hello.
Who has been joining me on a couple of walks previously. It's like the third time you're showing your handsome face on my channel.
Thank you. Well, you keep your handsome face to your Patreon members.
Yeah. I keep it to them. They are the only ones who deserve to see it. Just kidding. So I think that big residential building over there, that's next to Higashi Nakano Station.
Okay.
And I remember this part being quite boring. But then once we pass that station, there's some pretty nice back streets that we will be walking around.
Yeah, it seems these are just kind of apartment buildings.
Yeah. This area is not super interesting.
Do you think they have triple glazed windows living so close to a major train line here?
I hope so, at least the newer ones. Actually, we have, and we don't live, we live several hundred meters away from the train tracks, but we're on a pretty high floor, so the sun can travel kind of without any obstruction. So we hear it a lot, especially at night when everything else is quiet. And when the morning trains start running at 5 o'clock, I'm a very, very light sleeper. And I sometimes wake up when the first train starts rolling, so that's a bit of annoying. And I really don't like sleeping with earplugs, so I've tried that, but I can't. It just feels, I don't know, makes my head feel weird.
Yeah, it's sort of a little bit disorienting when you wake up after taking...
It messes up your sense of balance too, right? So some people can handle it better than others, I guess. But for me, it's like, I don't even enjoy wearing headphones. Like, it's fine for a short time, like half an hour or something. But then I need to take them out for a while and kind of let my ears rest.
Yeah, they walked 3 kilometers.
3 kilometers already. Nice. Someone says that you're famous for the marathon stream. Yeah. How long was that? 10 hours?
10 hours and 35 minutes.
That was like just a few days ago.
Yeah,
like
that was last Friday.
Yeah.
Sunset to sunrise.
Wow.
With the 14 Pro Max.
Yeah.
And like a battery pack that I kept topping it up with.
And you walked all the way from Shinjuku to the
Eastern Hoods.
Where you live.
Yeah, I basically followed the Shinjuku line.
Okay.
Almost all the way to Chiba. But the thing is, before I'd started that walk, I'd already streamed for about 6 hours.
Oh, okay.
Like from Shibuya to Harajuku to Shinjuku, then Kabukicho, then Shinokubo, because I was really excited because I just got the 14 Pro Max.
Yeah.
So I really wanted to
break it in.
Like break it in and just see how much better it was for night time.
Yeah.
And
And you had the 12 Pro Max before.
Yes, I do.
So when you compare those, I can imagine that it's a big improvement. Because I had the 12 Pro Max too, but then I switched to the 13 Pro Max, and that was a pretty big jump. I don't think the jump from 13 to 14 is as significant, but of course if you jump those 2 generations, then yeah, that should be a pretty big improvement.
I think the most impressive, well, one of the most impressive things to me was just the fact that I could charge it from my battery pack while I was still streaming. And like the back of the phone would not get hot. Like my 12 Pro Max, I would start charging and it would just ramp up in temperature, and then it would,
You will get all
70
sorts
to
of issues.
80% of the time, it would kind of give me a temperature warning and shut down the stream.
Yeah. Oh, this is a nice
It's a
little
cute
entrance.
little Akia style house, but is lived in.
Totally living, yeah.
One of the last relics of Kita Shinjuku. So I think one of your viewers, bit of a wonder, he's also upgraded to the 14 Pro Max, and he's been doing a lot of his recent streams in the US with that.
No, I'll probably do it as well. I mean, considering how much I use it and the fact that it's a work tool, then even if it's just a small improvement, but you know, if it's just 5% better image quality, 5% better battery life, then that's already worth it, I guess, considering how much I use mine. And it's not that terribly expensive if you're upgrading
Selling
every
the
year.
old one, or like, is your current phone through one of the Japanese carriers?
No, it's unlocked.
Unlocked.
But the Japanese version, yeah.
Okay.
I prefer to use, I've had so much problems with using non-Japanese phones in Japan.
Oh, really?
Like that they don't support the right bands and whatnot. So since signal stability is so important, I feel that, yeah, I'd rather buy the Japanese version. That is definitely
The number one thing that
Tune.
puts me off buying a Japanese version is the
shutter sound. Of course. That's ridiculous.
It drives me crazy.
Yeah. But at least I have this is also a Hong Kong model, the Samsung. So this one, whenever I want to take sneaky photos, I just use that one. Or just a camera. Look, a pile of cones.
A pile of cones, finally.
Beautiful. Finally. You know what? Let's walk down here. I think there might be a nice little park down here, if I remember correctly. Rather than just walking on that, I don't know, being surrounded by concrete. Maybe we can find something.
Yeah, it is a lot greener down here, for sure. And this looks like a nice park.
Yeah.
Sadness rating.
It's not sad at all. Let's see see the playground.
This is beautiful. It's got a beautiful rose garden.
Yeah. It's not sad. This playground is, I would say,
Got a slide.
Yeah, no.
Dang it, it's raining.
0.5 out of 5 in sadness rating, maybe. It could be improved with a little bit more, I don't know, too much open, empty, gray space. Other than that, yeah, I don't think this is a sad park at all. Thank you. You're doing a very good job as an umbrella holder.
Months of training with holding a gimbal for extended periods of time.
Yeah, and maybe for holding an umbrella for your wife.
Yes. But she complains a lot more because she's shorter than me, and so I'm holding it up higher, because if I hold it down like this, then I'm kind of crouching.
Yeah. Haven't seen Ray in a while. Yeah, that's because most of my streams recently have been
Early
during
morning.
the time when Europe is asleep. And since Ray is European, that explains it. He will most certainly join if I do an evening stream sometime soon though, but for this kind of time of day, it's like 2 a.m. over there, which is a little bit...
a bit of an ask, unless it's on a weekend.
Yeah.
Then he may be up burning the midnight oil.
Yeah. Oh, here's a craft beer place.
And podcast.
Oh, wow. Well, what does that even mean? Is it like a podcast recording studio and craft beer bar?
Yeah, that sounds like it could be a
Yes,
little bit like
should
that
check out.
procrastination cafe.
Yeah, maybe
In-
it's a rental podcasting studio.
Rental podcast studio.
Maybe. Interesting concept. Sorry, no slide riding. I prefer a dry butt during this walk. Sorry. Michael Samira, thank you for the coffee break funds. Yeah,
you,
I guess
Michael.
we should take a little coffee break soon. I don't know, because of this weather, I'm not sure for how long it's gonna be enjoyable to walk. We'll see.
Yeah.
At least to Nakano. I want to make it at least to Nakano.
I'm not uncomfortable.
No,
So
okay, good.
my feet are not wet or anything.
Yeah,
Although
me neither,
it does
not
remind me
yet.
that I should really have sprayed some waterproofing stuff on my shoes. I've got some at the house, but I keep forgetting about it. Because it's been so dry and hot this summer.
Yeah.
so-
Mine are actually treated. I bought these in Sweden and they did it for me. Well, I like this little river here. I'm not sure if this is actually Kanda River. Not sure.
I can
Kobiar super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you.
check- I'll check
Are we
the
wearing
map of
rain
where we
boots?
are.
No, I'm not. I'm wearing
we're
just
not.
my regular sneakers and blue shorts, which are kind of wet actually.
Yeah, my green shirts
Yeah,
are a bit wet
yeah.
too. But, oh well. What river
As long
is
as
this?
super chats keep coming, I'm sure T will soldier through the rain. Yeah, that is true. That is
Yeah.
true.
This is the Kanda River.
It is the Kanda River. Okay, so that's the same river that I walked along during yesterday's stream as well. It's a pretty long river.
So you mentioned yesterday that you were catching up with Virtual Japan.
Ah, yes. I tend to meet him every, I don't know, on average maybe once a year. We meet up for coffee or a bite. Yesterday we had delicious Turkish food actually in
Turkish
Shinjuku.
food.
Yeah. And it's always nice to catch up with him and hear what he's up to, and he's so knowledgeable about the technical side of streaming. I mean, he's built his own streaming app and whatnot. So yeah, it's always good to get some insights from him.
Yeah, so he's sort of doing both YouTube and Twitch,
Yes.
isn't he?
Yes.
So I've seen a number of his streams and he seems to have like the typical Twitch shoulder cam kind of mount, or
He has
with
he
a
has a lot
backpack
of different equipment actually. We talked about that yesterday. Yeah, he does have some sort of shoulder-mounted camera that he uses for some of his streams. Yes. Ah, Luke, thank you. Give the blue shorts a break. Okay, sorry. I will try to remember to wear the pink ones tomorrow. Sorry. The rain is really picking up.
It's picking up a little bit.
ASMR stream. Have you met up with some other YouTubers recently?
Lemmy and Emmy.
Yeah.
We haven't seen Lemmy for about a week and a half because she
Yeah.
caught COVID.
Yeah.
But I think she's recovering.
Yeah.
Japan Explorer. We
You met
were
Asagi?
Yes,
Yeah.
we did meet Asagi's life,
No.
and we were supposed to meet Rambalak at Tokyo Game Show,
Okay.
but we sort of got there a little bit late,
Uh-huh.
and we got stuck in like a massive queue outside. And he got there super early and then did his super quick hustle around the exhibition center,
Yeah.
and then he wanted to go and see the massive fireworks festival, which was way up in almost Ibaraki prefecture,
Okay.
but from Makuhari Messe it was
Not
a
too
real
far,
mission
maybe.
to get there.
Oh, okay.
It was like, it took nearly 2.5 hours. So we were supposed to join him with that, but we just got caught up at Tokyo Game Show. So I couldn't join
It's
them,
one of these where we need to press a button.
nope.
We can't jaywalk when streaming because then the Japanese viewers will be so sensitive.
I won't tell.
It is pouring now, indeed. Yeah.
ASMR is activated. How do you find the OM6?
I like it. I like it. I mean, it's not a massive difference, but it does feel a little bit more stable than my previous one, which had seen some pretty hefty wear and tear throughout the years.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that it's a little bit lighter, and it also I like the looks of it. It looks more like a professional tool now.
Definitely.
So
That was the thing that sold me, because I had the OM5, but it was like a really light color.
Yeah.
And it always picked up like little and things like that.
Yeah. No, I think it was. I was very happy. Like I just saw that they released it, and then I was like, okay, now because I've been talking about upgrading and getting a new gimbal for probably over a year, and then when it's finally okay,
Right.
new version, let's
Sure,
get
why
that one.
And I think it's surprisingly reasonably priced as well.
I don't even remember. It's about
I think it was like
20,000 yen.
Neiman.
Yeah. So yeah.
So
Again, for a tool that that we use so much, then it's nothing.
Oh,
Ah, boom shakalaka! Thank you. Nice to see you. Collaboration.
Shakalaka.
Is that actually the NBA logo? The
That's
NBA
from
Jam?
NBA Jam.
Yeah.
He's on fire!
That was a fun game.
It was.
I remember there was like some secret password you could put in, and then you could play as Bill
Big,
Clinton.
yeah, Bill Clinton and like big head mode.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
yeah. Natsukashi playing
Natsukashi,
that
yeah.
as a kid.
Yeah. Do you play any games these days?
I haven't really played so many games in the last week or two, but yes, I am normally a heavy gamer.
Okay.
Normally PS5. I stream on Twitch.
Uh-huh. Let's see. What are you playing
I've been
currently?
playing a game called The Cult of the Lamb
Okay.
and Last of Us Part 1, which was the remake. Yeah, my game collection is pretty crazy.
Okay. Yeah, I ordered a Steam Deck.
Yes,
Back in, I think in February. And
it finally
they were
shipped.
not, back then we couldn't order them here in Japan, right? So I ordered one to my Swedish address, because you never know. And then I got an email a few days before my flight back to Japan that now you can finally get your Steam Deck.
Oh, wow.
So I ordered it, and I was like super nervous because I had to pick it up in person, and it was shipped from Netherlands. But it arrived just the day before I flew
Came
back
back
to Japan.
Wow,
So-
perfect timing.
That was good. Helped me a little bit through the flight.
Long flight.
Yeah.
What sort of games did you play when you're on the plane?
I tried a little bit of Cyberpunk,
Cyberpunk, yes.
which one of my viewers gifted me almost a year ago. But I haven't really had the time to play it. So I tried a little bit of that, and it runs surprisingly well on the Steam Deck. And then, what else did I play? An old favorite of mine is a game called Dear Esther. I don't know if you're familiar
Esther,
with it.
yes.
It's a kind of an indie game. It's barely even a game. It's more like a story. So I played that as well on the plane. Played a little bit of GTA 5. Not so much, not on the plane though, because they have some stupid DRM. So it's you need to be online in order to start it. What else? Forza Horizon 4.
Forza Horizon?
I like racing games a lot, so I played that. I played a bit of Dirt 5 and some 2D platformers as well. So a little bit of everything. But yeah, it's a really nice. It's like everything I've ever dreamed about when it comes to portable gaming devices is finally coming true.
Yeah, well, at Tokyo Game Show, they had a pretty big booth at of the Steam Deck. So they were promoting it quite heavily. And
Yeah.
Like the lines were pretty massive to play it.
I can imagine that it's going to get quite popular in Japan when they... I think now you can actually order it here in Japan. They recently started taking orders for it here. It's a bit more expensive here though than in Europe, in the US. But yeah, I think it can get quite popular considering how many people play portable games here. Witcher 3, I've played a little bit of Witcher 3 and I tried it on the Steam Deck, but I didn't really play it that much, no. It's a good game though. What's your favorite car to tune in Gran Turismo 2? So the thing with me and driving games is I don't like realistic driving games. So Gran Turismo to me is super boring. I have zero interest in that game. I like quick, simplified arcade racing games with good graphics.
Like
But if you need to start tuning and stuff, then it's like, oh no,
Yeah.
this is not for me. Then it's yeah. That's not the kind of I have zero interest in cars in general, so that applies to games too. So if it gets too realistic, then it's no fun. Have you played any of the Yakuza games? I have. Back in the PS2 days, I played. Don't remember if it was the first one but one of the early ones. Then I have some of the newer ones for PC as well, but I haven't really been putting that much time into it because I guess to me it's like if I have time, like playing a Yakuza game, then I might as well just go out and stream instead. It's kind of like it's kind of similar vibe.
Well, it was quite surprising to me anyway. Just before Tokyo Game Show, Sega announced that they were bringing Yakuza Ishin, which was like an old game in the Yakuza series, which only came out on the PS2 and only in Japan.
Okay.
And it's the whole Yakuza kind of gameplay, similar characters and everything, but set in like the Sengoku period.
Oh yeah, that one, right? Yeah, I remember.
So they're finally translating that and bringing that into English.
Oh.
And remastered for the PS5.
No?
I never played the original because it was exclusive to Japan,
Right.
and my
Let's go down
Japanese
here.
kind of sucked.
So now we're at Higashi Nakano, by the way. The JR station
yes.
is over there.
Yeah.
So
it's
let's
a bit
continue
more
towards
scenic
Nakano.
down
So
here.
let's go down this little Shoten-gai. Someone said something about Flight Simulator. I actually have Microsoft Flight Simulator. When it's about flying, I don't mind the realism, but at the same time, I don't have the time or energy to actually learn how to play it. So I do enjoy just flying around, enjoying the nice scenery in Flight Simulator, but that's about it. I can't do much more than that. And I always think that one day I should learn how to actually play this game, but so far that day has not arrived.
Well, you could be like Tokyo Lens.
Yeah?
Yeah, because he's doing his pilot's license here in Japan.
Right.
Down in Kagoshima.
He's getting a pilot license, I saw that. And he also got a boating license.
Boating license, yes, captain's license.
I bought Sega Dreamcast on launch day, $99.99.
Yep.
Wow. I
Me
had
too.
a Dreamcast back then.
I had
Not
a
maybe from
Dreamcast.
launch day, but I got one back then. And it's still one of my favorite consoles, I think. I really, really liked it. And it was such a big improvement. Oh, look at this sad
Robot.
pepper.
Pepper-chan.
They stopped supporting those, didn't they?
We kind of did.
I think I heard that they don't know, they will not work anymore.
No longer
least not
eligible
officially.
for firmware updates.
Yeah,
or
because you have to
AI
pay a
updates.
monthly plan to have them. It's not
Okay.
just a one-time purchase, if I understand it correctly. You also have to have a specific plan for them.
So is that the same with those robotic dogs and things like that? Like the Aibo?
No, I don't know. I don't think so. But yeah, Dreamcast. It was such a big step up compared to PS2, which was like the console I was playing before that.
I'm
in terms
still
of
mad
graphics.
that they never remastered Skies of Arcadia. That is one of the greatest RPGs ever made. And yeah, it's kind of trapped on the Dreamcast.
I never
Crazy
played
Taxi
that.
was pretty fun
Crazy
back
Taxi
in the
was
day.
fun, yeah. And when it came out, the graphics really blew my mind
Yeah,
of that game.
because it was
like
just like the
this
arcades.
open world. Like by today's standards, I guess the world is very tiny, but back then it was like, wow, I can drive anywhere. This is amazing.
Just as long as you make it, you can get to your path in 27 seconds or something.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's sort of how they constrain you to optimized routes
Yeah.
through the city.
Yeah.
So it's not
Yeah.
true open world.
Yeah, no, that's right. This little Shoten guy is quite nice. Lots of old local stores, right? Oh, here's a kisate.
Kawaii little coffee shop.
Very tiny. little
Yeah,
coffee shop,
very
yeah.
exclusive coffee shop.
So we're hovering around 300 viewers.
Oh, nice.
We've been streaming for almost an hour, and battery's down to 79%. So
That's pretty
no
reasonable.
worries about that yet. Yeah,
Because
doesn't
you-
seem like the DJI mic is draining the battery much faster.
Okay, excellent.
I think it was similar number yesterday, like after an hour, about 20%.
But you decreased the bit rate yesterday, didn't you?
Yes, to 8,000. Now it's 10,000
Okay.
today.
So
So you can hopefully see all these raindrops in highest possible image quality without artifacting. I hope. So let me take a little look at the map, because we might be a little bit too far away from the train tracks now.
one thing that really annoys me about the OM6 is that all of these cool features like the manual focus and thing and the
Yeah.
zoom and stuff, you can't
Can't use it
use
while
it
streaming.
in prison.
Yeah. No, it's only for the
DJI Mimo
DJI,
app.
yeah, which
Have-
kind of sucks. I agree. I wish the Mimo app had a live streaming feature. It's such a, I don't know. Like I think a lot of people buy this gimbal for streaming, right? So it should be a core feature of the app. But nope. So we can walk a little bit further this way and then
Yeah.
turn left, and we will be back at the train tracks.
Okay.
No maps allowed. Sorry, George. Sorry, George. Ooh. I'm getting quite wet. I'm a little bit worried about all my gadgets in my bag, because my bag is getting a bit wet too.
Oh, Virtual Japan is live on Twitch.
Oh. Oh, you have the Apple Watch Ultra, right?
Yes.
Wow, it's a chunky one. What made you?
My
What did you
last
get?
Apple Watch was the Series 5.
Yeah.
So I haven't upgraded for like 3 years.
Hmm.
And this was like the coolest thing about it is the fact that it's a lot more weatherproof and rainproof, and the battery life is incredible. I've gone like 3.5 days and it would still be at about 15%.
That's pretty impressive. But do you really need that? I mean, I get that it's a nice to have. But
Well,
unless you're
'cause
going
it's
on a
always
3-day live
yeah.
streaming hike in the wilderness, then does it really matter?
Well, I would find that if I was trying to get like GPS navigations on my watch or recording activity while doing a live stream, then my Series 5 would generally not survive the entire stream. While this, it would
Yeah.
maybe get down to 74% or something like that.
Oh,
So
that's
it
a pretty
is
good upgrade.
pretty significant
Yeah,
battery life improvements.
yeah. I have the Series 5. I bought mine used like a year ago because my daughter threw my previous watch, a Fitbit, that she loved to play with. And at some point I gave it when she was grumpy in the stroller. And then when we finally arrived home, then there was no Fitbit
There was
anymore.
no Fitbit.
So I got this Apple Watch Series 5. I'm pretty happy with it. I don't see, I mean, yeah, I really don't use it that much. I mean, I wear it daily, but it's not like a tool that that fulfills some important purpose in my life. So it's fine. I think I paid like less than 20,000 yen for it used.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
That's a reasonable price. Very fair. The narrow streets of Tokyo
Yeah, and also some construction work here
and construction.
and rain. Have everything today. And what's this little vending machine corner here? Shall we have a little vending machine coffee break maybe?
Sure.
Should we do that? Oh, it's someone's garage.
Oh,
That's funny.
someone's house.
Someone's house, but plenty of vending machines.
Is someone's house.
Yeah.
Very entrepreneurial.
Yeah, I wonder
Making money. He's
Yeah.
probably clipping the ticket on every single drink sold
Yeah.
from here.
but it's all cold. Cold
Yeah, there's
drinks
nothing
only. I want a hot craft
Freshly
coffee.
ground
Yeah. No.
barista coffee. The
Let's continue. Maybe we can get a combini coffee.
Combini
instead.
coffee, yes.
There's a 7-Eleven over there. A bit of reflection reveal here.
pizza la.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever tried pizza la.
I've had it a few times. It's pretty
tried
good, but it's quite
Domino's.
expensive. Like those home delivery pizza shops here in Japan are really pricey. Like, they always have like discount coupons and stuff you can use, and then it's okay. But otherwise, I think it's like 3,000-4,000 yen for like a pizza. You know. So, yeah.
Did you notice food was a lot more expensive back in Sweden?
Oh
when you
yeah,
went home?
definitely. I keep
Alcohol
saying
as
that
well?
food was twice as expensive and half as good. So, shall we do a little coffee break here in front of 7-Eleven?
Sure.
Do you want one?
Yeah.
What do you want? Oh, we can get it together.ホットのカフェラテお願いします。レギュラーで、いや2つ。はい。はい。はい。
お支払い方法をお選びください。タッチ音が鳴るまでレシートをお受け取りください。
はい、さま
お取り忘れにご注意ください。
No interesting beers.
This machine does not support cafe latte.
I don't think I've ever actually bought a 7-Eleven like coffee from the machine before.
That's also one thing that I missed a lot when I was in Japan or in Sweden. Like, we have like convenience in Sweden too, but a coffee there is like 400 yen maybe. Being able to
What's
get
that,
like a good
3
coffee
euros
for
or something? Or 3
4
4
euros,
euros?
3 to 4 euros, yeah. Whereas like here you can get a decent coffee for 100 yen, like less than 1 euro. Because I think the convenient coffee is surprisingly good for the price. Yeah, this one's for you.
ありがとうございます。乾
乾杯。
杯。
You used your Apple Watch a lot for payment. That's a plus. That's right, Peter Charles. Yes, I do. That's one of the things that, like to have
It's
Suica
very
in the watch
convenient
is super
to have.
convenient. Yeah. Now I can't go back to anything else. And also in Sweden, like you pay with card everywhere, so it's the same.
really?
You just use your Apple Pay.
And it was easy to add the Swedish train pass.
Not train pass. No, they don't. They're not supported with the Apple Watch. But the credit cards,
Credit card,
Swedish credit and debit cards, are supported. So we can maybe have the coffee here.
Yeah.
Do a little
Sure.
standing coffee break. Are these mini solar panels to charge these,
They are mini
these
solar
lights?
panels.
That's kind of
That
cute.
is
Yeah,
interesting.
Kanpai. No, kanpai.
Ah, kanpai, kanpai. Take the mask off for a bit.
At least we have a nice
That looks
view
a nice
of a
little
temple.
Temple over there. Rainy temple.
Yeah, maybe we should go inside and check.
I think so.
Even have SL transit card. Yeah, that's right. But I don't think it's supported in the Apple Watch. Keep hearing that Conveni coffee is pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I think it is. I don't know. This one was, I think for a latte is far too hot. Like if the milk is too
Yeah,
hot,
the
then it
temperature
tastes
should be a
like
little
something else. But the black coffee is surprisingly tasty.
And the good thing is that the machine actually grinds the coffee.
Yeah.
So you
That's
can
the
see
thing,
it
right?
being ground.
Yeah.
So it's freshly ground.
Yeah.
It's not just instant coffee.
Yeah.
What do you think of Japan's love for the drip filter coffee?
I like it. I think it's kind of, yeah. I like it a lot, but I'm also like a cappuccino person. Like I always, at home for breakfast I have a drip coffee, and then usually sometime before lunch I want a good cappuccino. So sometimes you go to Japanese coffee shops and they only have drip coffee, so they can't make you a cappuccino. But usually those places are very careful about what beans they use and the grinding and roasting and everything. So the quality is pretty good. It's just like if I'm in the mood for a cappuccino, then I don't want like a drip coffee with milk, because to me that's a completely different drink. All right, we didn't do a weather check. Can you hold this for a second? We didn't do a weather check.
It's raining.
It's obviously raining. That much.
That's the weather check.
I think we don't need to reconfirm. But in terms of
23
23 degrees, yeah.
UV index of 4.
Wow. How can it? It's surprising that it's 4, even though it's so. Let's see, I think it was
that's
mine,
yours,
yeah.
because I'm drinking mine a bit faster than yours.
For those of you who just joined, so we've been walking for about an hour from Shinjuku Station. Now we're somewhere between Higashi, Nakano, and Nakano stations, and we're having a little Conveni coffee break here. So what's your judgment on the Conveni coffee?
It's hot.
It's hot, yeah.
It tastes like coffee.
Yeah.
It's freshly ground. I give it a 6.5 to 7.
Huh?
6.5 to 7.
6.5 to 7 out of 10. Yeah, that's a pretty good rating for 100. Well, the latte is a little bit more than 100 yen, 150 maybe, but still.
Yep, and it's cheap as well.
Yeah.
So.
Do you have any trips coming up?
Well,
We've been traveling a lot during the summer, but
Yeah, we are sort of talking about going down to Osaka, but Yuka doesn't want to plan anything until I buy a ticket to Papua New Guinea, and I don't want to buy a ticket to Papua New Guinea because then that puts like a
definite.
definite, like I'm going back,
Yeah.
like on this date. So
Yeah.
I don't want to have that fear of having to leave Japan.
Right.
Because even though we haven't quite been here a year, it'll be a year on the 16th. I feel like I've really settled into Japan, just had so many opportunities to meet people and just be a lot more active, because I love walking, but I never can walk in Papua New Guinea. Like, you just cannot live stream on the streets because it's too dangerous. And it's pretty small, like there's nothing to see.
Yeah.
So
I can't
it's
imagine
like you
what
just
it must be
drive
like
everywhere.
to live in a place like that where you can't feel safe walking the streets. That to me sounds really depressing, I must say. Because to me too, like being able to go on walks is just, it's one of the small joys of life, and it's like
It is,
you know,
definitely one
the
of the
freedom, the independence, and especially here in Japan in general, but also in Tokyo, because you never run out of things to explore.
Like, even if you go to a particular area very often, then there's still always seasonal events taking place.
Yeah.
There's special matsuri. There's just so many events happening around Tokyo.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. And that's what I felt a little bit when I was back in Sweden too. Like, Swedish summer is super nice, and there's a lot of things to see and do during the summer. But basically, I was there. I came at the beginning of the summer, and when I left, it was already autumn. And autumn is nice too, but from here on, it does get quite dark and often relatively depressing. Days are short, many rainy days like this. So, and also like, Swedish cities are small. Getting around in Sweden is quite expensive. So in order to not run out of places to see, you need to spend a lot of money, as opposed to here in Tokyo.
What's that big bridge that goes between Sweden and
Denmark.
Denmark?
Yeah, that's the Öresund Bridge. But you're not allowed to walk across it.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
What?
Unfortunately, it's only for cars and trains. That's,
Dang it.
yeah. I guess there would be all sorts of things happening on that bridge if you were actually allowed to cross, like walk, because it's 8 kilometers, so it's pretty far. But I
So
wish
it's like you start walking and then there's like a point of no return where it's like
it would be nice
You're
if there were,
committed
like,
to 8
for example,
kilometers.
like a train stop on the bridge where you could get on and off the train, or something like that. But done with the coffee?
Yep, I'm
Yep,
done
me
with my
too.
coffee. Eking out the last drop of foam, latte foam.
Okay, nice little coffee break, and thank you Super Chatters for sponsoring our coffee break today. Thank you. I think the rain is
Yeah, it's abiding.
decreasing a little bit. Should we have a look at this temple?
Definitely. It's all right.
Okay, it is.
Get back to the position.
Yeah.
Oh, crap. Is this considered jaywalking from here when we're within 100
I don't
meters of
know.
the...
I guess it depends on who you ask.
Yeah.
Technically, probably it is, right? Crossing the road where you're not supposed to cross it. Maybe this might be a good spot for
Photo
the thumbnail.
Quintessential rainy temple.
Yeah. You can find on the back streets of Tokyo. I don't think this is someone's home. No. This might be someone's home over there, but this is just a small little temple.
It's a pretty
open to
big
the public.
home.
Yeah, but usually these temple people tend to have big homes and
Yeah.
also pretty big wallets from what I've heard, because they don't have to pay any taxes and they get lots of donations from the local community
They do.
in many cases.
Oh, they've even got their own little bamboo grove.
Yeah. Should we have a look?
Yeah. Look. You should
Might
be
be,
sheltered
it's
in
probably a
that.
cemetery behind here, yeah.
Ah, yeah, it could be a cemetery.
Nice little bamboo grove.
Very. That's good wood.
Good bamboo. Yeah, indeed. Oh, and over there it's actually also a temple building.
Oh.
I don't know, I feel a little bit not sure about how appropriate it is
Streaming
to stream on
through.
graveyards, so I usually prefer to not do that.
So Mini Explorer must have been over the moon to see you when you came
Yeah.
back. Was she expecting you to come home early, or?
I don't know.
Is that a bit
I
of a
don't think
surprise?
she understands the concept of
Time, yeah.
coming home early or things like that. But when we're done with this stream, I can show you a video that my wife took when they came and met me at the airport. She was very happy, and yeah, she's so much fun these days because now she's really talking so much. It's like she picks up new words every day, and.
More Japanese or Swedish?
Yeah, mostly
or?
Japanese, because she's at kindergarten. That's only a completely Japanese environment for her. So I try to teach her some Swedish as well, but yeah, I would say she's like 90% Japanese speaking.
Any English speaking at all?
Not really, no. No. The only word she says in English is oh no,
Oh no!
when she like sees some scar or wound or something, she often points at it. Oh no, itai ne.
Kawaii. Oh. This is-
Kami Takada. Kanada. It's not Nakano yet. Maybe we're heading in the wrong direction. Actually, we were supposed to turn left at some point, but we
Crossed over. to
we
get
haven't
to the
yet.
Nakano.
Yeah, let's see. No, we're actually heading in the we're heading towards Ochiai. So I think we should.
Sumimasen.
We should turn right. Maybe at the next crossing. Right, okay. Wait, really? I'm not sure. I have a sense that the GPS in this phone might be a little bit wonky. We're lost, folks.
Boom, boom, boom.
So, wait, there's the Koban, and we should head. Yeah, because we want to get.
Back to the.
Wait,
Chuo
what?
line.
There's Nakano. Okay. Well, we're not too far off actually. So yeah, let's continue this.
Straight, and it'll connect back up to the Chuo line.
Yeah, maybe. I'm still a little bit disoriented.
So Yuka has been busy studying recently. She's
Oh, yeah?
doing the real estate license.
Okay. That sounds exciting. What's the master plan?
Just to get a real estate license to then be able to.
To work with that here in Japan? Or like you are planning for your long-term future here in Japan, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I think so. And I actually applied for a job
Okay.
with
I think this way is
Tokyo Portfolio. I'm not sure if you've seen any of his
good. Tokyo
videos.
Portfolio?
He's got a YouTube channel and he's done a couple of videos with abroad in Japan.
Okay.
So I saw on his.
Sorry, my bad. My GPS is really messed up today. Yeah.
There could be magnetic interference from the weather.
Yeah, maybe from you.
Maybe from me.
Yeah.
Too many devices.
Yeah. Okay, so it's this way. And then, yeah, over here at that house we should turn left. Then we should be on the right track for Nakano. So no, tell me more about this job you applied for.
So Tokyo Portfolio, they have a YouTube channel and most of their content is sort of showcasing really, really unique properties in Tokyo and Greater Tokyo. And there's sort of like the job website said that they're kind of like a startup company vibe, a small real estate company focusing on high-end accommodation for expatriates and foreigners looking to invest in Japan. So,
Oops,
sorry.
someone's having a sore throat.
Yeah, that would be kind of an interesting progression from my normal day job in Papua New Guinea because I've been doing
Real estate.
and property management for
Yeah.
the last 15 years in Papua New Guinea. So,
For how long is it?
15 years.
15 years, wow. Yeah. Then, yeah, if you can bring that knowledge and expertise into Japan, that's great.
Yeah. But the only thing that I wasn't possibly qualified for was business English. Business Japanese.
Ah, right.
But like all of the staff are like foreigners.
Yeah.
So I would imagine like during the work time there, it would just be speaking English.
Yeah.
So
Are you still taking Japanese lessons, by the way?
no, I stopped after 3 months.
This car is loud.
Hopefully, chat can still hear us with
Yeah.
the DJI mic.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Hopefully,
you,
could you still hear us?
can
Or
you
did that
hear
just
us?
dominate everything? Yeah. So you quit studying Japanese a few months ago.
Well, I didn't quit. I just
course ended.
only enrolled for a 3-month course.
Aha.
And I was trying to, by some miracle, hopefully pass the JLPT N4.
Yeah.
So I sat that on July the 4th.
Yeah.
Was that before or after you left?
I left mid-June.
Mid-June, so it was just after you left. So yeah. And unfortunately, I did not pass.
I'm sorry. to
But
hear that.
I think if I'd been at school for 6 or 9 months, I probably could have scraped through.
Yeah.
So I think I did reasonably well for only 3 months of study.
But Japanese is pretty hard. I mean,
So yeah, my score was 34%.
And how much do you need in order
50%.
to pass? 50, okay.
So it wasn't
That's a pretty low bar though, 50%. But is that just for the N4, or is it always, like, even if you're going for N1, is it just 50% in order to pass?
I think N1 could be a little bit higher. I think
Uh-huh.
it's 60-something%
Uh-huh.
for N1.
What's business Japanese? That would be N2, I would say, is the
N2.
bare minimum.
Yeah.
Like N2 is kind of like the limit when you're
Like
actually,
You
it
can
actually
read
means something.
Yeah. Like you
And-
can read the newspaper, you can read forms and
Yeah,
documents and
yeah. Like
have a bit of a handle
if
on
you apply
business
for a
kegel.
job and they require like a certain level of Japanese, it's usually N2 that they require, unless it's very specific. Then it would be N1. People are asking about you going back. We just talked about it a little while ago, but yeah.
It's a bit of a
Daniel
sort
doesn't want
of
to
a
book his ticket,
I don't want to go.
but the plan is to go
I
back
love
in
Japan.
November or something. maybe.
Yep, November-ish.
No.
November-ish. Like there's just too many exciting things happening.
It is. It is fun here.
There's Halloween coming up in
Yeah.
2.5 weeks, 3 weeks.
That's right. There is indeed a lot of things always happening here. Nice. I just got a photo session booking.
Ah, omedetou.
A little family shoot later in November.
So did you meet any Patreon viewers when you were in Sweden? Do you have any Patreon viewers in Sweden, or did you?
No, I don't think so. I was about to meet one of my viewers back in the clay.
Ah, yes, yeah,
who
yeah.
was in Sweden, but that
Yeah.
day turned out to be a little bit complicated for me. So no,
Yeah,
I don't
he's
think
sort
I
of.
have anyone. But he's coming here soon.
Yes, I
So
think he's coming like next week or something,
Something
or
like that.
or the 28th or
Yeah.
something, just before Halloween.
So this should be Waseda Dori, which is the
Wasadadori.
street that I was almost living on when I was living in
Really?
Nakano. Yeah,
Wasada's very beautiful.
it's a nice area. You're pretty far from Waseda though, but I guess you could technically follow this street to the east for quite some time, and you should be. What this shop looks kind of interesting. Oh, it's a liquor shop.
Oh, it's a liquor shop. Oh, what sort of interesting craft beers do they have? Beers from around the world.
Should we get something?
Ooh, this is probably going to be the most interesting beer shop,
Yeah,
selection shop we're going to have. Find.
they have lots of cold cans in there.
They've even got German beer in bottles, Polena München.
I don't know. I'm not so
German
fond of that.
schmatz.
I don't like white beer that much, to be honest. But
Thai beer, Chang, Singaporean,
good selection, yeah.
San Miguel,
Yeah,
BB, strawberry beer.
strawberry beer. I'll try this Flying IPA. Do you want something?
Yeah, sure. I'll grab something interesting. Japan. Captain Crow. Extra pale. Yeah, yeah. Organic hop.
Organic beer. Should probably make up your mind not to keep it open for too long.
I'll try this Niigata.
Okay. Okay. If you can hold my gimbal, I'll be paying for these beers. And don't shoot me, please.
Arigato, arigato.
Konnichiwa.
Coyote M, how's it going? Garfield Mac, Frank McLeod, Yari. It's Daniel Cam.
20円あると思います。ちょっと待ってくださいね。
I can actually do a front camera. while TE is otherwise indisposed. So I'll see if he gets freaked out if he walks past and thinks I've done an accidental face reveal. Yes, they do have Hong Kong beer there.
長いですか73年
We are getting very, very wet. We are getting very wet. My shoes are starting to get a little bit wet. Oh, I've got it on front cam.
Oh, okay.
So
I don't know.
I can switch camera now.
There we go. Okay, good. So this place has been around for 70 something years. Apparently.
70 years?
Yeah, it's been running for a long time. Okay, let's continue. 中野方面はこっちですよね。そうですね。はい、わかりました。ありがとうございます。ブロードウェイまでですね。はい、ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございました。
I think we got super chats.
Yes, we did get a
from
super
Coyote.
chat from Coyote M.
Thank you for the beer money. Yes. So let's walk to Nakano. Let's have our beers.
Look at this, beer and coffee, just like 2 steps down the street.
残念だね. That's like 2 of the best things in life.
The ultra and flowers.
And it's
as well.
flowers and coffee.
Oh, what?
Nice. Huh.
And it's decent hand drip coffee.
Yeah. This looks like an interesting place. Should check this out sometime.
We're just a little bit too impatient.
Yeah.
Oh well. Shogunai.
しょうがないね. Just a second. I'm always so scared whenever I switch the camera. These buttons are so small. I'm always scared that I will accidentally press the front camera button.
Yeah, well, your bit rate's been really, really good.
Yeah.
Solid 10,000 up.
Yeah. Trust me, it's no way you would have that kind of stable signal with au or Docomo.
How is the
upload speeds on those are really bad.
Probably just really congested.
Downloads are super fast, like much faster than Rakuten, but uploads are not good at all.
Who was the main carrier that you used in Sweden?
In Sweden, I was using Telia, which is the biggest and the best carrier there. But in Sweden, it's so easy because you can just get like prepaid monthly SIMs, and it's very cheap and easy and functions very well. But here in Japan, it's really like the prepaid SIMs are not very good. You need a plan here.
Yeah, definitely. So did they have unlimited data options? Or?
No, not unlimited, but they had like
30
the
to
biggest
50
data packet was like, or like it was free calls and messages and 150 gigs of data per month for about 5,000 yen.
Okay, that's not too bad actually.
And it's enough for all my streaming needs. And I mean, honestly, I could probably have gotten away with just 50 gigs per month, considering how little I actually streamed when I was in Sweden.
So is that 4G, 5G, LTE?
That's just 4G. Yeah, in Sweden, the prepaid SIMs are 4G only. To get 5G, you need a
plan.
But also 5G in Sweden is not that very well built out. Just like in the central parts of the major cities. So, and I mean, for streaming, 5G doesn't really matter. All it does is like speeding up the downloads. But
well, I normally have 5G turned off here in Tokyo because I find that it's generally hops between signals so often, especially in like populated areas like Shibuya, Shinjuku, etc.
yeah, But do you notice that causes any issues?
Oh, when streaming, yes. So that's why I'm 99% on 4G. I've just deactivated 5G here.
I don't do that actually. I haven't noticed any problems here. Maybe it would be good for battery life though to disable 5G. But I think for the uploads, even if there's a 5G tower, it still sends the upload data through 4G.
Okay.
From what I've understood about mobile networks, but I'm sure that there's someone who knows much more about these things than I do, who can correct me in the chat.
Are there many public toilets on our way? I don't think
know.
I've seen a
I
public
mean,
toilet since the park.
In
we
the
went to,
park
or at
there
the
are
Combini.
public toilets, and then in most convenience stores have toilets that you are allowed to use as well. So it's usually not that difficult to find a toilet here in Japan. It's much more difficult in Sweden. In Sweden, toilets are usually, you have to pay for them. And even though you have to pay for them, they're usually really, really gross.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's also one thing I really missed when I was in Sweden, like the easy access to toilets. To be able to...
But does Sweden have more trash cans?
Yeah, maybe.
Swings and roundabouts.
Yeah, yeah. But now I'm so used to carrying my trash, so I don't really... It doesn't bother me that much.
Oh, 300 and chat. Do you remember what your maximum viewers was? Was that on one of your longest streams?
On my channel, I think I had close to 1,000 once. But that was like, I think almost 2 years ago. That winter, I had really good numbers for a while. I think it might have been when I did one of these long walks actually, like Yamanote Line or something like that. Or it was like on the New Year's Day or some Christmas Day stream. I had some close to 1,000, like 900 something, I think.
It sort of gets
you beat me to that. You had 2,000 at the Ultra.
I don't think we can ever come close to that again unless we start streaming at festivals exclusively.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's sort of, it gets to a stage where it's just impossible to actually read all the chat or keep up with the chat.
Yeah.
Like I've seen some really big YouTuber and Twitch streamers with like 15,000 people in chat.
Yeah.
And the
You can't
chat
read
is
anything.
just
It's
just
That's
impossible.
why I'm kind of very happy with the number of viewers that I currently have, because it's like just this right amount. Like, and also I have my channel on subscribers only, so only subscribers can chat.
Awesome.
But
Wow.
it's like, it's nice because I can read most of the messages and I can interact with my viewers in a good way. If there was like twice, 3 times as many people, I think the quality of the interactions would probably suffer. So I'm actually, in that sense, I'm perfectly happy with the number of viewers I have now. I mean, of course, I would, like any normal person, I would be happy to make more money from my channel, and that basically means having more viewers. But that's like, in every other sense, I'm pretty happy with the size it is right now.
But you're about to get close to the first major achievement on YouTube, right? The silver play button.
Ah, the 100,000?
Yeah, the 100K.
Yeah, we'll see when that happens. Maybe if we can reach there before the end of the year, it would be really amazing. Is this car trying to pass us? Maybe it is. Let's
Could be.
Let's wait.
こちらは中野区役所です。最近振り込め詐欺の電話が
Patrol.
多数
Safety
かか
patrol.
っています。不審な電話が
I don't know if you understand what they're saying, but it's like recently there's been an increase in these like phone calls when they try to get you
Scam
to
you.
transfer money, like scams. Yeah,
Please buy some Amazon gift cards from the company.
yeah,
Some Google Play gift cards and scratch them off and send them to me. Oba-chan.
yeah.
Oba-chan, I'm in prison. I'm going to be arrested, please. Okane kudasai.
It's going to be 2 years in this channel for most of us. Yeah, yeah. Many of my viewers have been with me for 2 years now. I'm so happy that they're still with me. You know, that means that I must be doing something right. So that feels very good. Camino de Tokyo. I can walk there within 30 minutes from my home. Yeah. Yamaguchi-san. Yes, you live nearby. That's right. I don't know for how much longer we will be around though. I think we will have a beer break at Nakano and probably wrap it up after that. Or what time is it?
11:43.
Okay.
Still a little early.
Maybe, yeah.
It seems like the rain is
The rain is actually, yeah, it's
easy.
getting better. So maybe we should aim for Koenji at least then.
Yeah. I'm down for Koenji. Got to
Yeah.
keep walking.
Yeah. Yeah, I think now we don't really need the umbrella, right? I'm not so sensitive to rain. When it's just this much, I generally prefer not to carry an umbrella, to be honest.
Only annoying thing is if it gets on the lens,
Yeah.
because then it just obscures.
Yeah.
But that's hard to see.
Rihanna is the one who's holding the umbrella, says George Lopez. To Bit of a Wonder. Bit of a Wonder is like participating on your channel
Yeah,
as well, right?
a little bit, yeah. And
Yeah.
I've been watching a couple of his streams around Portland and the
Yeah,
east
he's-
coast of the US. Oh no, the west coast of the US. He's apparently driven like 6,000 miles over the last 2
Oh,
weeks.
wow. Oh, they're building some new high rises here. Those were not here last time I came to Nakano. Wow. Huh. Nakano is changing. Everywhere is changing.
Lots of street art.
Yeah, I like
That's-
this little stretch here. There's lots of nice paintings. I've actually used it as a backdrop for some photo shoots
Oh, really?
throughout the years. Yeah.
This is sort of a
I
little
used
bit
to do a lot of
Mondrian.
photo shoots here in Nakano, actually on those narrow alleys at night. That's a great spot if you want that kind of Yokocho vibe.
What? It's the Kirby tree.
Ah, yes, it is. It is.
I wonder if Nintendo knows about that. That creative.
They probably would
artistic
not
license.
see kindly.
Nakano
that.
Gochome. We're in now.
No, it's not a dead end. We can walk here.
Oh, look at
I've
this.
been here many times
moss.
before. Huh?
Very
Oh,
mossy.
yeah, very mossy little wall.
Perfect weather for moss right now.
Yeah.
When is Mike De Silva due back in Japan? When is Mike De Silva due back in Japan?
That I don't know. That I don't know.
This parasol is TE's umbrella.
Yeah, it is.
He was very prepared.
Yeah. I took the
didn't-
biggest umbrella we had in our home. They even brag about it on the handle here, that it's 70 centimeter and also extra windproof.
extra windproof.
Yeah. It's a quality umbrella from the Konbini.
Ninniku Bare, the garlic Nakano.
Garlic. So we let this car pass.
Almost a face reveal on the glass.
Yeah.
The reflective tinted mirrors, tinted windows.
Yeah, a bit of a wonder has been a mega supporter of my channel for a long time. He's not anymore, but I really appreciate all the support that he's been giving throughout the years. So I really appreciate that guy. How far have we walked?
Yeah.
Can find out on your Apple Watch Ultra. Is that the Hong Kong version as well?
No,
Or
no,
those
I
are
actually
not
bought
so
this
hard to
from
get,
Japan.
maybe.
Yeah. About 8.1 kilometers.
Oh. Bit of a wonder. This is a drink for both of you. Thank you. So
Arigato, a bit of a wonder.
you sponsored our beer, maybe? Should we just walk up down? Wait, let's first go down to the station,
Yeah.
just to kind of prove that we are here. And here's the Chuo line train
Get
as
our
well,
bearings.
So-
Proof that we're following the Chuo line.
Yes. Walking the Chuo line from Tokyo Station to Takao. And we're currently at Nakano Station. Then maybe we can walk down. I just want to kind of stroll around a little bit
Yeah,
here
yeah.
on the
Show a little bit of-
side streets here in Nakano, because I really like this area. It's always nostalgic.
Ah, I know exactly where we are now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the entrance to
big,
Nakano
massive
Broadway there. So maybe we
Shotengai.
should enter through
Yeah,
Nakano
yeah.
Broadway.
Last time I came here,
Yeah.
it was pissing down with rain. It was
Ah.
a massive downpour.
Yeah.
And I had to come here with Yuka's mum and Yuka, and we had to. Our umbrellas got destroyed by the winds, and my feet got absolutely soaked, and it was a pretty miserable day.
My feet are actually pretty soaked now.
Yeah, mine are a little pruny.
So here's Nakano Station.
Nothing.
Entrance. And here's Nakano Broadway. Oh, really nasty light flickering going on here on my screen.
But it was really funny because it was this massive downpour,
Yeah.
and there was one lady sitting there having a cigarette. She wanted that cigarette.
Yeah.
Come torrential rain or whatever, she was going to have her cigarette.
And I really like Nakano because there's so many, like, I love this soba and udon place, of course. It's very photogenic and nice.
Udon.
But I also like the fact that there's so many nice little narrow alleys on the back streets, especially at night. This is a, wait, maybe it's changed, yeah. It used to be a sake bar and a whiskey bar, I think. These.
Yeah.
Maybe they're not in business anymore. Or maybe
Yeah,
they are,
maybe.
I don't know.
Was it due to COVID or
Yeah. Used to have some,
it's like coffee, matcha?
I don't know.
I was really impressed with the 14 Pro Max camera video capabilities when I was in Golden Guy.
Uh-huh.
Like there was, like it just picked up like the transition from like the really bright neon lights. Like there just was no flicker.
Ah,
Like it just captured that.
that would be a pretty
really nice.
strong reason to upgrade.
And then the
in my
transition
opinion.
to these paper lanterns
Yeah.
as well, because on the 12 Pro Max they would generally be overexposed,
Yeah,
and I'd have
yeah.
to tap to manually focus.
Yeah.
But it smoothly transitioned really nicely.
Yeah, things like that could also be a reason for me to upgrade. And these things that you will never read in like a normal person's review of the phone or like on the spec sheet, right? So you really just need to see. Like there used to be a nice little, oh that's close too.
Shop
The
bar
80s,
now.
there was an 80s bar here. I like this Kisaten. They're quite nice. I had lunch here. And of course here's Fujiya, where it's like the camera store where I bought most of my camera equipment in Japan.
really?
Either here or Map Camera in Shinjuku.
I was quite interested in the new Sony FX30 that just got announced.
Yeah.
Because it's basically an FX3,
Yeah.
but it just has an APS-C lens
Yeah.
mount
Let's-
instead of, and it's not full frame.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's really the only compromise.
Yeah.
But
But that helps keeping the price down
Yeah.
quite a lot, I
It's-
guess.
less than half price
Yeah.
of the FX3. So.
You're gonna do 1080p, 10 megabit streaming at night from Dallas. Bit of a wonder. Tonight. So
Everybody's
I
on
should
the
check that.
10 megabit up
Yeah.
bit rate.
But they just
Train.
introduced that. Before you couldn't set it
Yeah,
higher than 6,000.
6. Yeah.
So that's a pretty big upgrade. And also 60 FPS works really smooth and well now. I tried it a year ago and it didn't work at all. It like the stream crashed for me and had all sorts of issues. It's really nostalgic for me to be here again. Because basically I used to take this walk every day when I came from the station and went home. Always walked through Nakano Broadway. It was such a good place to live. I think now with a child I really enjoy our current area, but I think of
More
all the
outdoor
places that I
park
lived
areas.
as like before becoming a parent, Nakano is the place I enjoy the most. There's just so much to see and do here. You really don't need to leave Nakano because you have everything in this local area. And if you are leaving Nakano again, then Shinjuku is just one stop away on the Chuo line. Let's pass this guy. Unfortunately, no Papa Noel. And one thing that I did miss here in Nakano was that there were no really good coffee shops. There's a few mediocre ones, but not like a really, really good coffee shop that I could ever find. That was a bit of a bummer.
Did you bring suitcases full of salted licorice back?
Actually, I didn't bring any salty licorice back.
What?
Yeah.
No,
Well,
omiyage.
Yeah, no, because I was sick.
Yeah,
I was sick the weeks before
The
I
week
left,
before,
so I was
so-
just staying at home and made sure to recover. Yeah.
That is
My
what,
priority was to get well so that I could actually come back.
yeah. We were a bit worried that, oh my gosh, you might not be allowed on the plane
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff like that. That's always
Yeah.
last minute.
Somehow this
stressful.
reminds me of Joyful Minoa. Yeah, it is kind of similar, but Joyful Minoa is longer but less lively, I would say.
Oh, they've got a cat cafe here.
Pet shop. I don't like Japanese pet shops.
No, me neither.
Sad. Let's go down here.
Okay.
This is a nice little side street as well. I think
Japanese-
I'm okay without umbrella actually. Ah, back in the clay, you can bring a couple of bags of salty liquids. Sure, by all means. If you do, that will be highly appreciated. Absolutely. I'm getting hungry. I'm always getting hungry when I'm streaming.
Oh, they've got draft beer on tap. Guinness. Kilkenny.
This building is also very nice at night.
Ah, yeah. Would be. All the lanterns.
I need to come back here at night sometime soon. Even though it's pretty dark today, but not dark enough. Just some of the lights are on. That pet shop is, yeah, it's relatively new. It was not there when I lived here, but they did open like a year or two ago. There's plenty of new restaurants here.
SPF pork.
Huh? Yeah,
SPF pork. What is SPF?
tonkatsu. Wow, look, this view is gonna change so much now with this new building.
Big modern building.
It's kind of similar at what they did at
Shinjuku or?
no, Takeshita Dori.
Ah, Takeshita
They also
Dori,
built
right.
like this big, massive building at the end of the street. Oh, sashimi teishoku. Where are we gonna have our beers though? That's a question. Oh wait, here's a new coffee shop, coffee stand.
Sign.
Maybe finally. Nakano got the espresso coffee bar that they so
there's not
desperately
one.
needed.
There's
Let me
one-
try it out.
One seat.
Now that I'm here, try it out. Do you want a coffee too?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Yes, please.
こんにちは。
お願いします。
カプチーノありますか？
カプチーノ、
はい。
ホットカプチーノ。
はい、ホットでお願いしま
はい。
す。
カプチーノ。ホットで。
はい。豆も選べますか？豆も選べますか？
豆も
ライトシングルか
はい
ダークブレンド。
どっちかだけ
あ、
は
わかった。じゃあダークでお願いします。
ダークで
はい。
はい
はい。
ラテの値段。
うん、ラテ。
牛乳。
はい。
Oh, no wonder. I'm carrying this one.
あ、牛乳でお願い
牛乳で。
します。はい。
了解いたしました。ホット。では、お客様550円で。
はい。
と、
と、
あ、
二
2つ。
つ。
同じのでいいの？
同じ。
はい
はい。
はい、ありがとうございます。同じので。
I'll grab it.
はい
See, I think.
お客様も牛乳で大丈夫。
はい、牛乳です。
はい、
お願いします。
1100円で。
はい。スイカで払えますか？
追加で払います。
It's okay. I think my viewers are paying.
ありがとう、チャット。ありがと
ありがとうございます。
この店最近できたですよね。
2019年。
19か。
うん
ああ、そっかそったか。
だ
僕、
オープンが遅いし、クローズは早いし。
ああ、そっかそっか。僕なんか17年まで中野に住んでたんですけど、そうその時はなんか
ありがとう
チェーン店しかいなかったみたい。そうだからやっとちょっと美味しそうな。外で外いいですか？
ここでどうぞどうぞ、雨降ってるから。
あ、大丈夫ですか？はい、ありがとうございます。
狭いけどね
はい、ありがとうございます。
二人でゆっくり座
はい、
って。
はい、ありがとうございます。
ありがとう。
Thank you, Paula. Thank you so much for the coffee money and lunch. Wow, that's very, very kind of you.
う。ありがとう。Thank you so much for your generosity. Oh, yeah, this is my. I wondered why my bag was so heavy and like bulging. It's because I'm carrying some.
Watch out.
I think this is a bit of a scam. I don't think it's at all.
No.
Reduces body fat.
I would really like to see the
I've been-
scientific evidence for that.
I've been chugging this in,
Yeah,
and it doesn't work.
yeah, no,
I don't think my belly fat has
yeah.
has reduced at all.
Yeah, thank you, Paula, for the very generous super chat. Again, she did a similar thing yesterday. It's very, very nice of you. Yeah,
It's a brew day.
Indeed it is. We're sitting tightly, our hairy legs cozily snuggled up together, waiting for a coffee. I'm a little bit worried about this music though. I hope it's not coming.
The music should actually be good. Do you remember we tested it when we went to the New Zealand cafe? And you didn't have any issues with music,
Okay.
and it just picked up our audio.
Okay,
It
good,
focused
good,
on our
good.
audio,
Good.
on our voices more
That's
than
nice.
the external audio.
Nice little coffee shop. Finally, Nakano really needed something like this, I think. But maybe we should wrap up the walk here in Nakano after all. We have this coffee and then we figure out a place to sit and have our beers, and I think that would be a pretty good place. Then we can have lunch here off camera, and I can play around with your iPhone 14 and get convinced that I need to buy one myself. No music is heard right now, says the chat. Okay, well, right now it's pretty quiet, but yeah. Where are we about? We're at this lovely little coffee shop in Nakano.
That's no editing or anything.
Oh,
Straight
nice.
out of that.
Where is that?
That was Kasai.
Kasai Rinkai Koen. Yes, I remember this. I've been there.
Tilting
Yeah.
So we went there with Yuka's cousin, who came up from Shizuoka, and he's doing a photography course. So we were his model for the day, and it was sort of like celebrating our 5-year wedding anniversary. So he took some nice romantic photos of us and stuff like
A
that.
5 years wedding anniversary.
Yeah,
Me and my wife
September
5 years next year.
September 25th is our anniversary.
One thing that I noticed about this OM6 though is that it's very, like when you're holding it at weird angles, it gets kind of, you lose control of the camera quicker than before.
Do you normally change it to any of the different
Not
modes?
too much,
or
not
you
too
just
much.
have it
No.
on-
Just usually, but like, I don't know, maybe this one doesn't support really. The previous one you could actually hold it like almost vertically and point it forward.
I
But
think it's
maybe-
different, like they call it underslung mode or
Yeah,
something.
maybe you need
sort
to
of-
manually activate that on this one. I don't know. Yeah, it takes a while, but that should be a sign that the coffee is good. What's that?
JE.
Huh?
Japan.
Ah, really? I see. Huh. Hi. Arigatou gozaimasu.
Oh, we even get little treats.
Yeah. Nice. Oh, nice. So second coffee break today. I usually don't do that, but. Arigatou gozaimasu.
Kawaii. So, when Japan opens up, please come to Coffee Stand Osayon in Nakano. It smells a little bit more premium than
Then the combination.
konbini coffee.
Yes, it's good. It's good.
Kanpai, arigato. Arigato, Paula. Arigato,
Arigato,
chat, for supporting our coffee break. Little.
Just Google Map the start and end location. Yeah. Tokyo Station to Takao. It's quite a walk. It's quite a walk.
Do you know how many kilometers it is?
I think someone looked it up yesterday. I think about 50 in total.
So just over a marathon.
Maybe, yeah. Ah, something wrong with the stream?
I've just got it paused, but
okay.
chat still comes through.
Ah, that's smart. How's the coffee? The coffee is very nice.
Like, I'm not a coffee snob or anything, but I can definitely tell the difference between Kobeni coffee and like the milk is prepared at a better temperature, so it just picks out a bit more flavour.
Craft coffee, yes. We were joking about that. Like last week I bought a can of cola and it said craft cola.
Oh yeah,
And
the
then we started-
spice cola one.
No,
The- Who makes it?
maybe you were watching. Yeah, no.
That kind of ginger spice one. The
Was it? Maybe it was,
Mitsuya cola.
Yeah. Which was a very tasty cola. Actually.
It
I
is.
liked it. Very good. Shall we continue maybe?
Yes.
ありがとうございます。ごちそうさま
あり
でした。
がとうございました。すみません。
大丈夫
ごめんごめんごめん。
ありがとうございます。どう
あり
も。
がとう。
The owner is a couple. I don't know. I did not get that feeling. Maybe. So, now it's raining quite heavily again. ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございました。Well, it is always nice to have nice amotenashi from.
Yeah, they were very. The lady was very, very friendly. I did feel a little bit bad because I did not. I usually try to ask if it's okay to stream. No, let's walk in here. This street looks way.
Past the girls' bars.
Yeah, that's right. That's here. Well, actually, I realized I can't do a beer break because I have this stupid principle of not drinking beer before lunch. So I think we have to keep the beers. We wrap up the stream after this, then we go and have lunch, and then we have our beers after lunch.
Okay, sure.
Hope that's okay, and sorry, my dear viewers, if that makes some of you disappointed. I just want to have a look down here. Wow. This is like the really old
But
part
of
now Nakano World Kaikan is maybe closed. This place has been around for so
place
long. It was an old
Look at
hotel.
that rust.
Yeah, I love this building. Wait, let me switch camera to get a little bit closer. Now it looks like it's finally, its days are maybe coming to an end because now the entrance is sealed off. That's sad, but inevitable, I guess, because I guess this was both a fire and an earthquake death trap.
And it looks like nature's taking over.
Yeah.
So it has been abandoned for a little while. But it looks like there was a lot of
There was
small
lots of small bars here at the end. Yeah,
bars
lots
in
of
there.
like karaoke, like anime-themed karaoke bars and stuff.
basement bars and stuff like that
Yeah.
as well.
There used to be
The
a
end of an
really
era.
nice little bar here too called Mujin Eki, but now it's something else. Now it's called Bar Sheep.
Sheep.
But yeah, this area really has lots of character.
It's a Pikachu shoe.
Yeah,
A Pikachu.
Pikachu. Yep. Let's just do this circle around this building.
Well, the lights have activated, so
Yeah,
it's dark enough for
it
light.
is dark enough for the lights to be on. Yep.
Haro, Thai and Filipino dining bar. That's an interesting fusion.
Interesting, yeah. Caution drunk people crossing.
Oji-san crossing, salaryman crossing.
Yeah. Have you been here at night?
No. Maybe like 6-ish. So it wasn't quite dark enough.
Ashita no Joe. Famous manga.
Yeah. That's the boxing one, isn't it? The boxing
Yes,
manga?
yes, that's right.
Hajime no Eppo or
Ashita no Joe,
Ashita no Jo?
I think it's called. Ashita no Joe.
Underground Seiyu.
Yeah. Used to do my groceries there. Here's a pretty big arcade, which unfortunately does
Doesn't
not have
have
a
a
Dance
DDR?
Dance Revolution machine, so I've never been caring too much about that. There used to be another smaller arcade here when I first moved to Nakano that had one, but they closed shortly after I came here. So then my closest DDR place was Shinjuku.
What is the strangest vending machine that you've found on your travels around Tokyo?
I actually think that I've seen one of those infamous vending
Panty ones,
machines
or?
that sells used panties. Yeah, a long time ago when I was new to Tokyo, I did come across one of those ones, and I mean that is kind of hard to beat, I guess. But other than that, yeah, I don't know. Canned food, but it's not really that weird. How about you?
I found 2 interesting vending machines in Ichinoe,
Okay.
close to where we live. One of them was selling eggs,
Okay.
like a 10-pack of eggs,
Okay. Yeah.
and the other one was selling like fresh vegetables, but it wasn't refrigerated.
Okay. It was
So-
just like a cucumber,
Yeah.
100 yen.
Here's some cutie and
Huh. Yeah.
I probably should have worn my Gore-Tex jacket to keep the rain off.
It is a little bit.
But I'm not crazy wet. To be
No,
honest,
not
so-
crazy, but it is like this annoying thing that makes the entire stream way less enjoyable, in my opinion, and that's kind of why I feel that I think now is a good time to wrap things up. So maybe we can just head in here through Broadway and head back to the station and
Yeah.
end the stream there,
Sure.
and then we can have a lunch. Here. But dear viewers, I hope that you enjoyed this stream regardless of the weather, or despite the weather. Well, it's always a pleasure to walk with some company. I'm very
Yes, thank
grateful
you.
that Daniel decided to join me today, and without his help holding the umbrella, I don't think I would have streamed on my own today, actually. I'm not sure about tomorrow and the day after tomorrow because the rain is supposed to continue. So we'll see. I want, of course, to continue this adventure as soon as possible, but yeah, it's just not the same thing when the weather is too bad. Jampara, where I often buy my phones. I think actually my current iPhone was also bought at Jampara.
really?
Sometimes sell new ones as well, but a bit cheaper than at the official stores. I think this one I bought was unused, but maybe 10,000 yen cheaper than at Apple Store. I wonder how long it will be until they decide to take down Nakano Broadway. Oh, this one is new. Another electronic
Yeah.
store, Softmap. Oh, that's nice. M1 MacBook Air, unopened.
M2 MacBook Airs? Any of
M2?
those?
They have
No.
M2? No.
late 2020.
I have the M1 Air. It's such a good computer.
Did you see the rumblings how YouTube is starting to, or maybe requiring you to have a YouTube Premium subscription
4K?
For 4K?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, what?
I don't know. I don't mind. I honestly think that this whole culture of everything is supposed to be free for everyone is, I mean, it's not very sustainable. I'd rather, I mean, I don't think 4K is an essential feature. And if it is, then I think you should be able to afford those. Premium goes back to us creators. So, you know, in that sense, it's also good.
And I guess it's a slightly better experience because YouTube Premium members don't have as many ads.
They don't have ads at all. And I mean, to me, YouTube Premium is a total no-brainer. Of course, I watch a lot of YouTube, but just
I
being
actually
able
don't
to
have a
not-
YouTube Premium.
You don't?
No.
I think it's every time I come across like regular YouTube, non-premium one, I'm just like, wow, this is such a different experience, and it's so bad because there's all these ads everywhere. So yeah, I think that's a good way. I totally support Google pushing more people to join YouTube Premium. And considering all the data, you know, the needs for data for 4K compared to 1080p.
But YouTube is owned by Google.
Yeah.
So they basically have the effective
But
monopoly on...
apparently even Google is kind of
Losing
starting
money?
to feel the pinch when it comes to like storage costs. Because I mean, it's not long since they scrapped the free storage on Google Photos.
Yes, that's true.
Which actually bummed me out more because that's something I use on a daily. I use it on a daily basis, and I wish that at least there was a way to pay for unlimited storage. But now it's like, you know,
Caps
I
out
take
at
a lot
like
of
a few
photos, and it
terabytes
keeps,
or-
it will just keep pushing up the monthly cost, and at some point it's going to be too expensive. But
So-
it makes, I mean, it also makes sense from an environmental standpoint. Data centers is like one of the biggest energy consumers in the world, and having like this ever increasing demand for higher quality video streams and whatnot, like, yeah, it's also not sustainable. So yeah, I don't know. I don't mind. It doesn't. I don't find it provocative at all.
I'd be curious what the percentage of viewers in chat would be that have premium.
Yeah. I don't know. Looking at like revenue sources, premium is still very, very small compared to how much the ads are bringing in. And I've also heard somewhere that a premium viewer is worth much more for me as a non-premium viewer in terms
really?
of revenue.
In terms of AdSense revenue and...
Yeah, because
like,
when it's a
because you don't
premium
get
viewer, then you get a small chunk of money directly, rather than ads being served and then you only get paid a
If
tiny,
they watch
if
all
they,
of
if
it.
they, yeah, and if they interact with the ads.
That's true.
So
Well, YouTube actually encodes all of the content in their own kind of codec,
Yeah.
VP9.
yeah, yeah.
So they don't actually use HEVC. They transcode it because
Yeah, yeah.
we upload in like a
HEVC.
yeah HEVC 10-bit 422.
Yeah. Yeah, that's usually what I upload it in when I shoot 4K as well. Anyway, thanks a lot everyone for watching today's stream from Shinjuku to Nakano. A bit of a shorter distance today, but yeah.
Is
with
there
this
like
weather-
a bridge equivalent up there of the
Yeah, I think this
GE
bridge is
Nakano
a good
bridge?
good place to end the stream at.
Bridge to bridge.
Bridge to bridge, yeah.
So this is kind of the Shibuya, the Tokyo Station to Takao, the abridged version.
Yeah.
Chuo line there.
Yeah, it's been 2 hours and 20 minutes, and we still have 39% battery left. So
And that's even using the
with
DJI
the mics
mics as
and
well?
with the higher bitrate too. So I think we would definitely be able to do 3 hours or even more without any problems. I think signal strength also plays a role. You know, if the signal is weak, then it has to boost the transmission effect. Anyway, I think this
Which
is
is
a
more scenic.
nicer
This is
view,
a
but
little
we
bit
will
more
get wet.
scenic.
But that's doesn't matter because I have my umbrella holder. Okay, folks. Thanks everyone. Thanks everyone for watching today. I will be back soon. Not sure if it will be tomorrow, if the weather's gonna be like this, but I will continue this adventure soon. Okay, thank you so much, and thank you Daniel for joining me. Bye bye.
Thank
Hej då.
you.
Auf Wiedersehen. Mata ne.